Hey everyone, STARSKREAM here. Today's video is about one of the coolest new teams, the Demons. Somewhat recently, Demons were altered and given their first legendary champion buffs with Ela, the Demon Rogue. She now has the awesome passive ability of giving all Demon allies the chance to dodge attacks. This dodge chance gets higher as the Demon's health gets lower, increasing their survivability. Her and Sume's abilities also got a few revamps, which we'll see in a bit here in the gameplay. Right now, my favorite demon team is Ela, Sume, Malice, and a third hero that complements whatever situation they're in, such as Indigo or Kai. Sume, with the ability to dodge, is absolutely terrifying, and Malice is just an overall beast in pretty much every way. So let's check these guys out in action. This first team you're going to see here is the dreaded Kai, Indigo, Echo, Furnace team that everyone seems to hate. Now, this specific comp, the idea for it I got from one of my guildmates. His name's Ace. He comes up with awesome ideas. In this particular case, using Augustus was his idea. Now, I have seen some other people throw this same comp around in a few of the PvP chats that I'm in, so other people have thought about it too, but I just wanted to give him some credit because that's where I first saw it. The game is a little bit close, and for whatever reason in this replay, you'll see that Indigo seems to disappear, but I promise she's still there. Now, Malice's first ability, Theft of Grace, has the awesome ability to remove taunts, which is great for removing that taunt from Furnace. Next thing you'll see here is that I'm going to shred with Sume. This will help with getting rid of that electric skin that everybody hates from Echo. That can, when the opponent is full of electric skin, it gives you a lot of chance to get your entire team shocked, which can be very bad for you later. You'll notice that I used my charm on Indigo, which I typically do if the enemy has an Indigo, because it can give my whole team some energy and it has the chance to daze some of the enemies. I think in this particular match, had Augustus not gotten taken out so quick, it might have not been as close as it was. If you saw the stats before the match started, you could see that it was a little bit close, but realistically, there was no way I was going to lose this. You can see Ela dodging, which before she did not have the ability to do. So now this makes her a lot more useful. Before, almost nobody used her. I had her maxed out just for the sake of having her 6-star. But she really was not useful before, except for a little bit in PvE. Now you'll notice I did get shocked, which made this game a lot closer than it needed to be. I don't know. I was not expecting that to happen there, but it's okay. I threw some fear on Kai here. The great thing about Ela is that when she attacks, if she crits, she gets some of her life back. So that helps a lot. Her next great ability that she has that you'll see me use here is her ability to heal. Before, she only used to heal a little bit. Now she fully heals her teammate, takes a little bit less of her health away, and gives an attack buff, I believe. I didn't use Sume's shred because he's still drenched, so it wasn't really going to do much here. And I don't really need to kill Kai at the moment. Right now it's fine. Neither of my opponents are really doing much. Charm worked out great, got my opponent burned, killed Furnace, pretty much sealing the deal here. And that's that match. Let's check out the next one. Alright, this next match here uses Kai and BD. You'll notice that Kai and Furnace are 3-star, but realistically, had they been 6-star, it wouldn't have changed the outcome of this match at all, as you're about to see from the replay. This time I chose Indigo instead of Augustus, and this was my first time actually trying out Indigo instead of Augustus. And this match right here is actually what made me fall in love with using Indigo with my demon team here. When you're setting up your defense, for those of you who play high level PvP, please keep in mind, don't put Kai first and then put your other fast hero second. It just gives me even though it didn't work out this time, and I wished it would have. Typically, if my Indigo would have silenced BD, it would have made this even more of a massacre. If you're gonna use Kai and another fast hero, typically you're gonna. I can't think of many reasons why you would ever put Kai in front of your other fast hero. So in this case, my opponent should have put PD first and then Kai. Now, aside from that, you can see that the rest of this match was pretty much it was over pretty much in the first turn. There was not a whole lot the defender was going to be able to do after this. But we'll still let it play out here just so you can see. One of Malice's awesome moves is that she can remove enemy buffs, including their defense buffs, including their taunts, including everything. She just is an absolute wrecking ball and just takes people out. Alright, let's get on to the next match here. This match, again, uses Indigo as my fourth, because, again, if I can bring her and she fits into the comp, I'm going to bring her. In this case, I was banking on being a little bit lucky and her silencing Yoko, or else this might have been a very different game. But I just wanted to try it out, whether I won or lost. I just loved using Indigo as my fourth. Luckily for me, this time it worked out. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned so far is that you want to place your demons in an order that complements what you need to do. In this case, I knew that there was no other buffs that were going to be on the opponent, so I knew Sume would be able to take away the taunt, and I wouldn't have to waste Malice's attack on that. And since Sume almost always crits, at least on one of the opponents, it gave all of my demons an attack buff, which allowed Malice to do 11,000 damage and just destroy Yoko right away. I don't know how Sume did so much damage, but I think, and I'm not positive on this, I think when Sume does his shred, if he gets an attack buff, for whatever reason, it affects that attack while he's attacking. I'm not sure, but he seems to have done a lot more damage than he should have in that last attack. And if I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comments or send me a line message or whatever. Pretty much, I knew that after I took out Yoko, there was going to be not a whole lot the enemy could do. Even if the Yoko was alive, they couldn't have done a whole lot as soon as I got rid of Sume. So this is pretty much, at this point, this was looking pretty grim for my opponent. Look at that. Malice's other ability that just took away my burn, took away all of my other bad things on me. Malice is just incredibly versatile and useful for pretty much any situation. If she had a little bit more survivability, she'd be a little bit better, but realistically, she's just freaking awesome. She removed the defense buff just now, and then after this, it's just looking bad for my enemy Furnace here. We're just gonna wait for him to die so we can get the next match. And he's gone. Last match I'm going to show you here is a little bit different than the last few matches I was showing, just because it doesn't use Furnace, but it uses Kai and Yoko and Echo, which a lot of people hate. I wanted to show you this one because the way that I set up my attacking order was very particular, based on what I knew I wanted and needed to do here. I'm going to target Yoko, of course, because I need him to be silenced for my plan to work here. Not that I would lose if I didn't end up silencing him, but for my plan to go into action the way I wanted it to, I needed to take care of him. Next thing I did was I decided to charm with Ella next. I targeted the Echo. I knew that he would be able to kill Echo, but also shock himself in the process by attacking his team that has the electric skin on him. So I managed to get them all shocked on their own team, and then I hit him with a shred so that I could make sure that I shocked everybody here. Now, in this one, I did make a mistake, and I totally wasn't paying attention, but I targeted the wrong person with Indigo, but she probably would have died either way. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'll never really know now because I targeted Braum, allowed him to kill her, and then allowed him to gain some of his health back. But at this point, there's no saving him. He's done. Braum, by the way, also got a nice little update that made him a lot stronger, which we'll talk about maybe in a future video here. We'll talk about the undeads. But I really didn't love the undeads enough to talk about them the way that I'm talking about the demons. The demons are just incredible. I hope my videos gave you some ideas for your own attacking offensive comps. If, as always, if you need some more tips, tricks, shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to give you some, and to maybe explain some of these in further detail. Now, one thing I decided I might start doing, I like to talk to people in the in-game chat, which I know is weird. A lot of people hate the in-game chat. They want to mute it. They don't want to talk about it. I like to talk to people in the in-game chat. And actually, yesterday, or the day before, no, it was the day before. The day before yesterday, I was in the in-game chat, and I actually learned something from somebody in there. And so I decided maybe I would start doing a... I don't know, not really a fact of the day because I don't release videos daily, but something like that. For now, I'll just call it fact of the day because I have nothing else to call it. So today's fact of the day comes from a user named Caleb2020. He wants everyone to know that Kira's vibrating palm actually works against invincible heroes such as, well, for right now, I think pretty much only the Gorgon sisters. Oh, and I guess Zen can make somebody invincible, right? So keep that in mind. I've never been in a situation where I necessarily needed to use that, but it was a really cool fact to know. Maybe I will end up using that in the future, and it's good for you guys to know so that maybe you guys can think of ways to use that in case you didn't know. If you did know, good for you, and maybe I'm slow and didn't catch on. But at the end of some of my videos in the future, I think I'll start putting some of these that maybe some lesser known facts that might help the greater masses with their PvP strategies. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. I'll see you guys soon.